My name is Amanda Barnes, and today I will present my work entitled Whoa, It Has a Lot of Benefits: Refugee Mothers, Early Care and Education Perceptions and Preferences. To start, refugees are people that have been forced to leave their homes due to war, conflict, or fear of persecution. The United States has resettled over 3 million refugees since 1980, with many being families with young children. Resettlement can be an overwhelming time for families, and because of their forced migration experiences, refugee families may benefit from access to services that can help them successfully transition and integrate into their communities. Early care and education has been identified as a potential supportive services for these families. Early care and education is defined as settings where children are cared for and taught by others in environments such as childcare centers, preschools, and pre-kindergartens. ECE participation has been found to help families learn about their new communities, provide children with school readiness skills, as well as connect families to community and safety net programs. Despite established benefits, studies show that young children of refugees are less likely than U.S.-born and immigrant families to access ECE arrangements. Low ECE enrollment is a cause for concern, given that it could lead to missed opportunities of learning for children and impacts parents' ability to go to work and school for themselves. Given ECE's importance, we must explore the factors that impact refugee families' decision to enroll their children in care. Thus, this study aimed to explore parent perception on the importance and purpose of ECE, as well as understand what characteristics parents deem important that could potentially motivate them to enroll their children. So for this study, I recruited 4 refugee mothers from a local nonprofit serving refugees and conducted semi-structured interviews with them via Zoom. All 4 mothers had at least one preschool-age child. 2 of the mothers were from Afghanistan, 1 from Pakistan, and the other from Nepal. So now to discuss what I learned. Overall, parent perceptions of ECE were influenced by their own educational experience in their home countries and their current knowledge of ECE. In terms of perception, all parents shared that they thought that pre-K was really important for their children, especially as refugees, because it was a place where their children could learn English, as well as the rules and the skills they needed to make them feel comfortable in their school settings. Parents also believed that it gave their children a chance to socialize and make friends. One mother, Nabia, shared that when kids go to school, it's a good chance for them to learn how to communicate with other kids and listen to their teachers. Additionally, participation in ECE helped parents find the time to study English, take classes, and go to work. However, they did share some concerns about how their children would be treated because they were from a different country. They were also worried about how teachers would behave towards their children. For example, Sadia shared that she hoped that teachers would respect that her child was a refugee, but that the teachers would not treat him differently because of it. When asked about their preferences, parents desired free public childcare, trustworthy and caring teachers, respect for their family's religion and language, and lastly, an ECE setting that was educationally and socially enriching for their children. Specifically, they talked about how they could not afford private care. For example, Manali shared that even though a private childcare was close to her home, it cost too much money to send her children, so she had to wait and enroll her children in public pre-K. In terms of caring and respectful teachers, parents noted that it was hard to trust other people and that they also wanted teachers to be patient with their children as they learn English as a second language. These findings are important because they demonstrate that while refugee families may not be enrolled in ECE as often as immigrant and U.S.-born families, it is not because they do not see the value or importance in ECE, but that certain options may not meet their needs and that is often out of reach due to the high cost of care. So one recommendation from this work is for refugee resettlement agencies and nonprofits to help families learn about and connect with public pre-K and Head Start programs to get families enrolled in free and affordable ECE options. This work can also inform ECE professionals about what may be important to get families interested and comfortable with their children going to ECE. Being kind with the parents and students, as well as respecting their religion and language, was important to these families. Sometimes refugee families resettle with trauma and have difficulty settling into their homes. However, ECE can be one of the first points of contact that can provide a constant support system for families. It can help children get acclimated to the United States and provide parents the opportunity to further their own goals. Overall, this work is quite meaningful to ensure that refugee voices are being represented and heard. It's important to recognize what matters most to these families, because the more we know about what they want and need, then the better educational systems, community, and policy institutions can work to increase ECE access and utilization for refugee families. Thank you.